Hey there folks, this is GreenXI welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. This is episode 148. In the last episode, we found that Satoru's uncle was harder to shove than a cockroach. Or something like that. And that, well, Rika's sort of given up a little bit, so let's see how that goes with chapter 6. Ooh, Keiichi's house. Damn it, why did she do that? That's about what I expected. Mion called me in the middle of the night. The social worker went to Satoru's house tonight after getting a call from the school. They had a talk with Satoru and her uncle. He told them that Satoru didn't go to school today because of a cold. He also claimed he didn't call the school because he didn't have the number. He explained that he spoke with Chie-sensei politely and that she just misunderstood his behaviour. Politely, you know. Sadako didn't really talk, but she never denied what her uncle was saying. So she said there's no abuse, and that she doesn't need any help? Yes. Sadako has always thought that her brother disappeared because she kept relying on him. That's why. We knew all this was going to happen already. She thinks she needs to handle it on her own, without seeking anyone's help. That's ridiculous. According to the social worker, she didn't have any obvious injuries, so they think this isn't an urgent case. It seems that she's being fed, and she has a place to sleep too. Shouldn't that be a given? Are you saying it's not abuse as long as she has something to eat and somewhere to sleep? That's how they view it, at least. In some cases, people refuse to even let the social worker come inside the house. Just because they were able to talk with her uncle tonight, they determined that it wasn't urgent. So after all that, they put her case on hold. I bet Shion is disappointed. She's ready for a killing spree. Yeah. Just like how Satoru refuses to seek anyone's help because of Satoshi, Shion is also trying desperately to save Satoru because of him. She seems calm now though, even though she's very upset. I know this isn't the time for complaining, but where the hell did Satoshi go? His sister is in danger. I have no idea where he is. No. I'm sorry. I was hoping that he would save her if he came back, but it's a waste of time to think about that. I can't hope for someone else to save her. We're the ones who will. That's right. We have to do what we can. I'm impressed with the power of the Sonzaki family though. You have information from the social worker already. You must have a spy in the center. Hey, that's a national secret. So you know someone who knows a lot about the center? Did they give you any idea of what we should do next? Well, I was advised to just stay calm and see what happens. What the hell? Did you talk to them about the situation she's in right now? Her uncle is locking her up, and he's abusing her. Why should we just kick back and see what happens? Kei-chan, this is not my opinion, okay? I'm just telling you what I was told by my contact. See, it is true that Sadako didn't show up at school today, but it's just one day. It's not like she's been absent for weeks or months. We can't really deny the possibility that she has a cold. But she's being abused. You're saying that we should stay calm while she's being physically and emotionally harmed? Wait a minute, Kei-chan, that's the whole point. We're concerned because we know what happened to her last year, but she wasn't hurt yesterday or today. We can't really prove if she's being abused or not. She may not have a bruise on her body yet, but it's only a matter of time. Besides, isn't it abuse to force her to come back and live with him? Remember what we were talking about at school. It's normal for a legal guardian to take in the child under their custody. We can't definitely say that it's abuse yet, but we have to do something before it happens. I'm sorry for yelling at you. I knew that wasn't Mion's opinion, but it felt like she was telling me that, and I raised my voice. When I sensed her dismay, I quickly apologised. I explained to my contact what happened to Sadako last year, but last year's case was resolved by waiting it out too. Last year's abuse only stopped because of the fourth curse, right? It's not like the Child Consultation Centre resolved it. Haha. Still, either way, both last year and now, the Child Consultation Centre doesn't think her case warrants that much urgency. It seems our opponent this time is that difference in urgency between us and them. I see. We've done what we can. Now we need to come up with a plan B. We should have a meeting tomorrow, with all the fearless members of our club. We've gone through worse than this before. We'll save her for sure. Yes. As we spoke, I felt less angry about the decision that the Child Consultation Centre made. It was something we expected anyway. I was being emotional for a while, but Mion wasn't taking it personally. She's usually a tough person, but I know that she feels very weak when something like this happens. I have to be careful to not get too emotional with her. Our enemy was Tepe. I couldn't yell at my friends just because I was frustrated. I almost forget sometimes, but Mion is a girl. There's no way yelling at her without cause wouldn't hurt her. I think I have a tendency to lash out with my emotions sometimes. I definitely need to rein in that bad habit, especially during emergencies like this. All I could do by myself was probably the same thing Shion was suggesting earlier. But I knew it wouldn't make Satoko happy. We club members are fearless, but the power I possess is the smallest among all of us. That's why I needed to communicate with them. If we united, we would be able to come up with a better plan. I couldn't think of a plan all by myself. 3 heads are better than 1. We would definitely figure something out. I'm gonna call Rika-chan now. Will you call Rena? Sure. Rena was a good match for Shion today. She impressed me a lot. She's tough when push comes to shove. Yeah, Rena is always reliable when we're in trouble. But you impressed me too, Keiichi-chan. You were kind of cool today. I just kind of feel embarrassed now. That speech was a little corny, huh? I'm hanging up now. I'm sure Rena's waiting. Give her a call, okay? Yup. Say hi to Rika-chan. I think she's been hurt the most by all this. Rika-chan was looking at the ground with a depressed look on her face all day. My chest hurt, just remembering it. It must be even more painful to look at Satoko. Mion hung up the phone. Elsa hung up, then called Rena. She picked up the phone after one ring, which surprised me. Hello, Rena? You were waiting for the call, huh? Yes. I called you, but it was busy, so I didn't know what to do. You called me when I was talking to Mion. She's calling Rika-chan now. She told me to call you. Let me explain to you what happened. Okay. Is the case on hold? Yeah. Unfortunately. I'm really upset, but that's what we expected. I can guess what they said. It's only been a day, so it's nothing definite. She may have missed school because she really had a cold today, plus she doesn't have any obvious injuries. Is my guess right? Did you put a bug on my phone? Yeah, you got it exactly right. It's total bullshit. It's only been a day is such a horrible phrase, isn't it? Especially since it'll be too late after he really hurts her. If he really does, then Satoko's injuries will be plain for everyone to see. But if that happens, her uncle will never let any social workers see her. And then they'll just say they couldn't find any signs of abuse and go back to waiting again. It's such a huge contradiction, isn't it? Apparently, they need court approval to force entry, but applying for that isn't easy. So while social workers may be supposed to have great legal power, in reality, their hands are tied and they can't act if the family turns them away. They're not the police. They're not the ones who storm in, even if they have to break windows to do so. Damn it, then who does have the right to break those windows? If we did, I'd smash them wide open. Anyway, they're not serious about this case. They have no idea what will happen to Satoko if we don't do anything about it. Ha! I'm impressed. Wait, why? You just moved to the village not too long ago. You've only known her for just a few months. But you're so serious about saving her. You don't even know what happened to her last year. But you can imagine how hurt Satoko-chan is right now. If you were an ordinary person, I'm sure that you'd tell us. Just relax. It's only been a day. It's not that difficult to imagine how horrible it is for her. I also heard from you guys how terrible it was last year. It's no question that this case requires immediate attention. That's still impressive. You stopped Shi-chan when she tried to leave the classroom. What you said there was pretty deep. Do you think Satoko would appreciate it if you saved her by committing murder? It's not something an average boy would say. In fact, sorry, but I thought you were going to say something like what Shi-chan suggested. That's Arena. She saw right through me to the core. To be honest, I was able to keep my calm because she caused that commotion. I too thought our only option was to kill him. What's it to hesitate about? Everything would be resolved if we went over and killed her uncle right away. He's done it before, why not? I thought those same things myself. And then I thought about how I would actually kill him. First I'd assault him with a metal bat or something. Tick. But before that I would scope out his house and dig the hole to bury his body in ahead of time. Tick tick. When I imagined it, I envisioned myself actually digging the hole with a camping shovel in the woods. I repeated, this is for Satoko, this is for Satoko, in my mind like a mantra, trying to forget the weight of the murder ahead. I relived that. Exhaustion, frustration. I could very clearly imagine myself standing there, soaking with sweat and covered in mosquito bites. Then I'm sure I'd call her uncle or something to lure him out of the house and bludgeon him to death. Tick. Then I repeated my mantra. This is for Sadako, this is for Sadako, blaming her for that serious crime as I tried to avoid my own guilt of a committed murder. Did Sadako ask me to do that? Am I going to blame it all on her because I committed murder? Would she appreciate that? No, she wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to tell anyone that I had killed someone. No one would appreciate my deed, and I'd have to carry that burden for the rest of my life. That pathetic future is one I couldn't have imagined in the rush I felt before carrying out the murder. I decided to kill him so I could return us to happier times. But the act of a murder also meant shattering the thin path that could lead us back there. I was able to imagine it that far ahead. That's why I didn't say it out loud like Shion did. If I hadn't thought that far, I probably would have joined Shion in shouting, "Kill him! Kill him!" Ha! It would have been really hopeless if you had done that. I'm glad you have such a vivid imagination. I'm glad. Was that really just my imagination though? Did I imagine killing an uncle in my mind? Could imagination alone really be that vivid? I could smell the earth, taste the scattered dirt flying into my mouth, see the pebbles scattered as I shoved my shovel down, and hear the roots cracking from its weight. The image was so real, it felt more like I had actually done it in the past. That's right. It's important to imagine the consequences. Right. You don't want to grow up with no imagination. I think you'll grow up to be a calm, reasonable adult, Keiichi-kun. I wonder if that was only my imagination. I feel like I've been through a different life before. People with good imaginations can take a look at every possibility. If you really felt like you saw the future, I think it wasn't just your imagination. You saw a possible future that could have happened. In that imaginary world, the Child Consultation Centre put her case on hold too. Sadako came back to the school for a while. But she broke after only a few days. Sadako was bearing the abuse, but even something small would be enough to break her. Just like an old bowl that has a crack in it. One day that crack will eventually widen, and the bowl will shatter. In my imaginary world, Sadako broke when I rubbed her head. She thought my hand was her uncle's hand. She pushed me away and hid behind the curtain, and cried out for her brother saying, "Nini, Nini." Who told you that she called her brother Nini? Huh? I don't know. I guess someone did. That's what she calls Satoshi, right? Anyway, it was devastating to hear her cry like that. I wanted to comfort her, but I couldn't even get close. She cried more as I walked closer to her, because she thought I was her uncle. You're amazing, Keiichi-kun. I can't believe that was only your imagination. That's exactly how Sadako-chan was last year. I remember it clearly, but it's impressive how you can imagine it, since you've only been here for a few months. You really are amazing. So that explains why you feel the same urgency we do. So you feel the same way I do? Yes. I can't imagine it as clearly as you have. But I think Sadako-chan will break in a few days if we don't do anything about this. I think she'll hide behind the curtain and scream for her Nini. That's when we'll finally realise something. It's not a crime to be powerless. It's a crime to do nothing. It's only in my imagination, but I'm crying as though it's happening right in front of me. Rena can also sense how urgently we need to save Sadako. Not everybody feels that way though. My friends all do, but they're special. And normal people like those at the Child Consultation Centre see us as overreacting. They have a point though. We don't really have anything to say back to them if they're going to claim it's only been one day. It's just like getting a cold. Doctors always say, let's see what happens for a couple of days. Rena, I think we should trust our instincts. We have no time to spare. We have to save Sadako now. Yes. Even if I can't come up with a good idea on our own, together we can accomplish anything. When I was down and depressed before, someone told me the same thing. I think now's the time to come together and show people what we can do. Yeah. I don't know who told you that, but that's exactly how I feel. It was strange. I've had this feeling ever since Rena told me this story at school. It felt like I too once learned a lesson after some event. But Rena and I only met recently. I guess it's just a coincidence. Anyway, I was so lonely inside my imagination. I thought it was stupid for them to only sit and think about how they could save Sadako, and I made a selfish decision. But I eventually learned, just like Rena did. You'll never come up with anything good by worrying about something on your own. You have to talk to your friends. That way, they will help you reach the best possible solution. You said something when you stood in Shi-chan's way today. You told her to trust you. You said you didn't have any idea yet, but that you would find one soon. I'm gonna trust you. I believe that you will come up with the best solution. Don't just rely on me. You can give me ideas if you have any. Oh, that's not what I meant. I have faith in my friends at all times. I'm gonna trust us. I know that we can save Sadako-chan, but we're not gonna use a shortcut. That's right. We'll save her from this mess. Keep on believing. I believe in us too. I will never think that I'm the only one who's trying to save her. I believe that all of us feel the same way. Let's have a meeting tomorrow. Chie-sensei might have new information too. We may not be able to come up with a good idea right away, but she might have something. Yeah, you're right. I know that there's always another option. That's right. We're not going to give up. There's a better way. I'm sure there is. We may not find it right away, but we'll never give up. No. Never. Mion praised her for it too, but Rena really is strong in a crisis. I got a little emotional when I was talking with Mion, but Rena's different. Her fire is quiet and blue, so at first glance it seems lesser than my bright red, roaring blaze. But the truth is the opposite. Blue flames burn far hotter. As I spoke with Rena, I felt my useless wild energy calming down so I could rationally search for the best solution. Through that I felt Rena's strength. Though apparently, Rena felt similarly about me. When I'm talking with you, I feel like I can accomplish anything. You're so strong and reliable. I feel more courageous when I talk with you. I feel more confident that we can save Sadako-chan. I get calmness from you, and you get confidence from me. We balance each other out like that, huh? We're a good combination. Mi-chan's a lot of power as a member of the Sonzaki family, but she has a very frail heart. But I believe that you and I can support her. That's right. We've nothing to be scared of. Yeah, I agree. Talking to Rena made me feel very confident. If I can share that confidence with my friends, I'll never feel down and miserable ever again. I'm going to give my power to the other club members so we can fight even harder. Rika-chan's really depressed right now. She lost her will to fight. But I'm sure she'll get that will back once she sees us working hard. You're right, once she gets her willpower back, nothing can stop us. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's talk about our plan and involve the principal too. We should get advice from as many people as we can. Let's find the best possible solution. That's the best thing we can do right now. Yeah. I got off the phone with Rena. That was a pretty passionate conversation we were having. It's unfortunate that the Child Consultation Centre came to the conclusion they did. But if they could still decide to wait and see, then that proved that Sadako is still safe for now. We are no more than children. Worrying about it too much won't cause us to come up with any good ideas. Murder isn't the real solution. But I had to admit, I thought about it once. It's easy to burn up in rage. However, I'd have to stay calm like Rena. She was still burning up very calmly with a blue and quiet flame. I'd never seen anything like that before. Keiichi, go take a bath already. Hurry up. I heard my mum speaking to me. You can go ahead of me, Mum. I needed more time to think about what to do with Sadako. Everyone else was probably doing the same. You should go first. There's bath salt from Real Hot Springs in there. It feels really good on your skin. I don't think there's a bath salt in Real Hot Springs. Milk tastes so good after a bath. My dad seemed to be in a good mood. He probably finished his work. He's as scary as a bear when he has artist block. Maybe my parents could help with an idea. They're the closest adults to me after all. Should I talk to them? Stupid question. I had no reason not to. I'd have to talk to them and seek some advice. Dad, I have something I want to talk to you about. Huh? What's this? Is it about the auction at the coming festival? You have my full support. Speaking of which, when's the next festival committee meeting? They called me to participate too. I'll have to mark my calendar. Oh, it's not about that. My classmate's in trouble. As I talked about Sadako, my mom joined us and listened as well. My dad's a strange artist, but my mom is a normal person with common sense. She might be able to help. I just got a call and found out that they put her case on hold. We're wondering what we should do now. They already called the Child Consultation Centre, so you should let them take care of it. But she was being abused last year too, right? I don't know how bad it was, but I think it's wrong for him to force her to move out of her friend's place. He was neglecting her for a year after all. We can't just wait and see what happens just because the consultation centre said so. We're friends, so we want to be more aggressive about saving her. But we have no idea how we can do that. Keiichi, don't even think about attacking him. I'm not. I wouldn't talk to you guys if that was on my mind. That's true. I thought you might ask us how to commit a perfect crime. Hey, I would never ask my parents something like that. He did in one though, didn't he? He did actually ask his mother because she'd watch or read crime novels, I think. Keiichi, you're right. There are many battles in this world, but it's always important that you follow the rules. People won't help you if you're going to break them, and they won't respect you either. You have to fight according to the rules. Are there even rules for battles? Anyway, do you have any ideas? My parents have been alive for more than twice as long as me. They must have had some experience with things like this. They must have many good ideas. At least that's what I thought. But they crossed their arms and went silent. Calling the child consultation centre is the first thing you should do. But what do you do if that doesn't work? Do you think we can even rely on the law? Do you think the police won't do anything unless Sadako is seriously injured? I think you have to make an appeal. Appeal? What do you mean, sue him? That's not it. The child consultation centre is supposed to take care of the child abuse cases. But if you're unsatisfied with the decision they make an appeal to the court. Keiichi, you go to court when you can't resolve an issue with the person you're dealing with. It's the final place you go to. You want the child consultation centre to protect Sadako-chan, right? But they made a decision that you disagree with. And? Oh, back to school. We need to make an appeal to the child consultation centre. If we're unsatisfied with the decision, we can simply go and tell them that. We need to go there and explain to them how serious this case is. Yeah, that sounds good. They have no idea what situation Sadako-chan's in right now. Since they're misunderstanding what's going on, we have to go there and make it clear. Like in the song. I see. That's the best approach. I don't know about that. I've heard that they never change their decisions once made. It might be just a waste of time. We don't know that until we try. Giving up before even trying is what losers do. We have to try everything we can. Remember what the principal said? We'll fail if we give up before even trying. Shion, your fire is blazing bright red, ready to do whatever it takes, even if that's acting hasty to save Sadako. But truly hot fire is blue and calm. Don't give up. We should do everything we can. What do you think, Chie-sensei? Am I wrong? No. You're not saying anything wrong. You've calmed down a lot. I was concerned for you because I thought you might come up with an idea to attack him in the dark. That's what my mom was saying. Is that how people perceive me? I thought we should wait and see what happens. But after hearing everything all of you have said, and thinking about what happened last year, I now understand that this is an emergency situation. People can change their minds if you're persuasive enough. The Child Consultation Centre might change their mind too. They might reverse their decision if you succeed in making an appeal. What do you think? Shi-chan? You should fight with us rather than thinking about it alone. I'm not feeling lonely. I'm not sad because I'm all alone. You do sound awfully sad actually. Maybe you do want to join us. Whatever. Fine then. Let's just go to the Child Consultation Centre. I'm gonna punch them in their faces if they don't do anything. That's not a good idea, but I feel your passion now. I guess you calmed down after getting some sleep. I'm just serious about this is all. Hey. Anyway, let's go make it happen. I know where the Child Consultation Centre is. This old man didn't know until recently, but it's on the first floor of the library. Mion grinned and showed us the location on a city guidebook. She's really prepared for this. The office is open until 5:15. Don't try and pick a fight with them. We have to stay calm. Huh? Are you talking to me, sis? Who do you think I am? I'll cry if I have to. Our goal is to make them change their mind. That's it, Shi-chan. I think we can make it if we leave right now. It was past 3 o'clock. We'd make it before they closed if we rushed there on our bikes. But they're strict about time, aren't they? They might kick us out as soon as it's time to close. The door will close on time. But once we're inside, they'll never kick us out. Listen. Make sure you don't give in when negotiating with these officials. Officials are surprisingly tough, but unlike private citizens, they're not allowed to end the discussion on their own. So when you feel like you can't get anywhere by continuing the discussion, don't give in. You have to dig deep and make sure they listen to everything we have to say. How'd you know all that, Mi-chan? Who do you think I am? I represent Oyu Sanzaki, member of the Mayor's Social Gathering and the Local Government Monitoring Committee. I speak to government officials all the time. Hey Mion, is it possible to save her using the influence of the Sonzaki family? No, not if I have to go through Granny. Ugh. It's impossible to get help from her. Her mind's still stuck in the damn conflict. 100 million with one spirit and stuff like that. She hates the Hojo family to this day. They're talking about Sadako's parents, who were for the damn project. I've never met your grandma, but she needs to learn how to forgive. It's a thing of the past now. Exactly. I agree with you, Kai-chan. So the Sonzaki family can't do anything about it? Yeah, we can't. I'm sorry, old people are so stubborn. They cherish Rika-chan, but they don't care about Sadako. That's horrible. I can't forgive Sadako's uncle for aggressively abusing her, but I'm not about to forgive other people for quietly abusing her either. Tell those people not to piss off Keiichi Maibara. I'll do that. Should we go now? We have no time to waste. Alright, we better hurry. Let's get going. Do you want to come with us, Rika-chan? Let's go. Rena spoke to Rika-chan, who had been avoiding all conversation. She seemed to have given up all hope yesterday. It was so painful to see her so depressed. It's just a waste of time anyway. You have to stop saying anyway. You don't know if it's a waste of time or not unless we try. You people did everything you could in your previous lives, but never found a way to save her. You think this time will be different? Sometimes I really had no idea what she was saying. All I could tell is that she was being negative about the situation. Have you tried going to the child consultation center already? Then we should try. Sadako-chan's important to you, isn't she? We have to try and see what happens. I'm sure Sadako-chan needs your help right now. This world is going to end soon anyway. What's wrong? We have to hurry up. Rika-chan doesn't seem to be interested. So much for friends. She's so close to Sadako, but she won't even get off her butt to save her. I never thought I'd hear you say something like that. You used to hate her so much. Huh? Is your brain working alright? Why would I hate Sadako? Never mind. Fine, I'll come with you people. I have nothing to do at home but drink until I pass out anyway. She's talking like her real self more now, isn't she? Instead of like the little kiddie Rika that she has to act to be. You're pissing me off. Are you trying to make a fool out of me? Stop it, Shi-chan. You stop it too, Rika-chan. Let's get together and save Sadako-chan. I'm sure we can make a miracle happen if we work together. But we need everyone to come together. We can't leave any one of us behind. We need you too, Rika-chan. Something that Rena said must have given Rika-chan motivation. I could see a slight sparkle in her eyes. Which part was specifically? Rena had said something interesting. She said that we could make a miracle happen. Okay. It's the same thing I said when this world began. At that time I said I could make a miracle happen, but I didn't say how. But Rena just clearly stated that. We can make a miracle happen if we work together. Yes. Miracles can happen when we work together. And what if there's no miracle? That means we haven't tried hard enough. If we all do the best we can, a miracle will happen for sure. That's true. Ryugu-san is right. People get stronger when they help each other. You can overcome any obstacle when everyone works together. Yep. Hinamizawa was fated to be submerged underwater, but 2,000 people got together and brought an end to that destiny. Bring an end to destiny. As villagers of Hinamizawa, we all know that miracles do happen. We'll win if we work hard together. I think you have no choice but to come with us now, Rika-chan. If you don't come, a miracle won't occur. Your absence will prevent it from happening. So it's going to be my fault. That's interesting. A miracle is something that we can make happen. But we need everyone's power to make that come true. Destiny can be defeated. Fate can be escaped from. This can happen with a miracle. A miracle can happen if we unite. Bennett told me yesterday, you'll never come up with a solution if you think about everything by yourself. We have to talk this out together. Don't let fate get the better of you. It's as fragile as a thin sheet of paper. I love how he's switching between Keiichi and Rika so much. How can he say that without knowing how stubborn fate can be? To me, a witch trapped within fate. But for some reason, his words sounded very persuasive. He easily changed my fate to play the fishing game. In my previous life, Keiichi saved Rena from a devastating fate. As fragile as a thin sheet of paper? He's saying that the world I've been struggling in for 100 years is that easy to change? Keiichi had made a fool out of me. Interesting. I'll go with you. That's more like you, Rika-chan. Oh. Rika, are you sure? Hanyu looked at me with concern. She wanted to warn me that I'll get hurt if I expect too much. I don't have any coins left to bet. I don't have anything to lose. This world is ending soon anyway. But it was the same in my previous life. I thought I was lost when Rena took over the school. But Keiichi turned everything around. He's saying that fate is as fragile as a thin sheet of paper. I've given up on this world anyway, but I'm interested. Fate will betray you anyway. I'll get hurt as I see it happen to you. Don't worry, I'm not going to get depressed anymore. I have no tears left to shed. I know that they can't save Sadako no matter what happens. That's why I'm doing this. It's the first time we've ever gone to the Child Consultation Center. Keiichi can't make any miracles happen. Hanyu spoke to me in a stern voice. Miracles are called miracles because they don't happen easily. If it can happen at any time, it's not a miracle. It's just something that was meant to be. I'm not expecting anything. Just interested. I'm curious how Keiichi is going to make his move after saying how easily he can change fate. Rika, please don't hurt yourself anymore. That's none of your business. Get out of here. Get out, Hanyu. I wasn't expecting anything. I was just trying to enjoy my last week alive, like watching a TV show. But I had to admit I was possessed by a strange feeling. It was a little bit exhilarating. I was nervous, as if anticipating something. I'd felt the same way when Keiichi remembered the memories from the past in my previous life. I didn't have any coins left to make a bet, but I knew what this feeling meant. If I had a coin left in my heart, I would bet everything on this feeling. If it doesn't work out after trying every option, we'll have no choice but to give up. There's no need for us to give up. Sadako is going to be saved. You'd better prepare a clean blanket for Sadako. She's coming back to you soon. And I'd feel bad if she didn't have a soft bed waiting for her. I like that, Keiichi. Well, let's go. You might tear apart fate like a thin sheet of paper after all. Yeah, right now I feel like I could take on the ruler of hell. I'm going to make them change their decision. I stood up from my seat. Keiichi's a very good speaker. That's why I never get bored with him. I've been with him for 100 years, but he still keeps me entertained. We're going to the Child Consultation Center now. Do you want to come with us, Chie-sensei? I'm going to talk to the Board of Education. They're under the same branch of government as the Child Consultation Center. It might help if I talk to them. After all, I'm working for the public too. That's true. They might listen to what you say. Let's have her take care of that while we take care of our business. Let's fight them. Alright. Let's go, everybody. Yeah. Even knowing that everything is doomed, part of me felt like something good might happen. There's a little bit of hope, see? Hanyu told me that it was only a waste of time. I felt the same way until a few minutes ago, but I had become much more interested. I had no idea what would happen. I wanted to see how Keiichi was planning to defeat this destiny. I raised my fist in the air along with them and hurried to the exit. As for Sadako, she didn't come to the school again today. Teppei called the school and told them that she still has a fever. He said that he's going to keep her home for a few days until she gets better. Chie said that she thinks Teppei knows she called the Child Consultation Center. He must be worried that Sadako will rat him out if he lets her go to school. I don't want to think about it, but it's possible that Sadako has visible bruises by now. That could also be why he won't let her go to school. Everything was happening much earlier. Sadako's situation was worsening earlier than it did in my previous lives. It's because we're reacting to it earlier, maybe. And there we have it. Halfway. There's so much hope. It's back again. Rika's like a yo-yo. Just down at the bottom. No hope whatsoever. Then back at the top. Full of hope. Anyways, I guess we better end it off there. This has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in a bit when we check out the Child Consultation Center and see if anything can be done. Again. Thanks for watching, folks. See you again in a bit.